Okay, hello guys. Super cool to be with you. I'm going to show you how to show the plan. It's really super simple and easy. And so what I just want to do is I just want to share my screen quickly, go to the whiteboard, and off we go. Okay, so how I'm going to do this is I'm going to draw the plan. I have a Wacom tablet, so just be patient with me. It's the first time I'm using this, but so what I want to start with is just quickly is that, showing the plan is the most important thing in Manatech. It's to show people what it is that we have, get them excited and get them started. Because of course you can just sell products if you want to, but then again, you don't just want another job. You can have 100 customers and only customers, and you're going to get paid great first-time order bonuses, power seller bonuses. But if all the customers stop buying from you, you're not going to make any money. And remember, network marketing is about moving people. That's what we do. People is our product, not Ambritos. Of course, we've got the greatest health and wellness products. We've got the most amazing technology. We're the most incredible company. We've won best compensation plan 3 times in a row. We've won the company among 6,000 companies of best ethics, a company with the best ethics in Canada 2 years ago. I mean, nobody's got Ambritos. We've got a disruptive technology. Everybody in the world is looking for Ambritos. So you're really in the right place at the right time. But if you want to understand network marketing, you want to show the plan to people. Now, of course, we've got meetings on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, opportunity meetings, which is the webinar, okay? So just to let you know, for everybody that started Manatech during COVID, so the webinars, the online meetings has always been there, but that always used to kind of be like a follow-up to showing the plan. In network marketing, the way you want to bring in people is by sitting down with somebody on a one-to-one or a house meeting, or you've got 3 or 4 or 5 couples in your house and you want to show them the plan. Now, of course, you can use the webinar slides if you want to, but of course, you want to make this as duplicatable as possible. That is what makes this business so incredibly powerful. You want to sit down with somebody and draw out the plan. So pre-COVID, if you went to 3pointplan.net, and of course now again the meetings have started. There were grid meetings all over South Africa. You could go to any Protea hotel, anytime during the week. You could see where the meetings were, and when you arrive there, it's a big hall. You would sit down, and you'll have people giving product testimonies, share their whys, and then you'll have a presidential director or up showing the plan, drawing the plan, not on slides, but actually drawing the plan. So you can learn this literally in a morning. It is so simple. It is so easy. You want to show people the plan, and the trick is to really show at least 1 or 2 plans every single day. Okay, so when we talk about spending 2 hours a day on your dream, 2 hours a day, that means 2 hours spending time on income producing activities. And income producing activities is presenting, promoting, and prospecting. So presenting the plan, okay, or presenting the product, promoting events, promoting online meetings, promoting webinars, promoting online opportunity meetings, and then prospecting, going out there, getting excited, to show people the plan. So of course, what you want to do is you don't want to become dependent on somebody else showing the plan. What if the upline or the leaders decide they're not going to show the plan on Tuesdays anymore? What happens if something happens and on Thursday nights there's not an opportunity meeting online? You want to be able to show the plan yourself. And the quicker you get this, the quicker you can show online plans as well. And that means you're taking ownership of this business. That what you want in your team is you want people to take ownership of this business. They don't do this for the upline. They don't do this because they feel they have to. They don't do this. They do this for them and their dreams. And that's what you want to do. So first things first is that there's no such thing as a perfect plan. Nobody out there shows the perfect plan. Everybody's going to show it differently. The facts are going to be more or less the same, but you're gonna learn as you see that plan and the guy showing a plan there, and you see another guy show the plan there. The facts are all the same, but the way they show it is their own personal way of showing it. So don't try and copycat somebody exactly. Of course, you're going to just take the basics, but make the story. You're going to tell your story while you show the plan, and you're going to do it your own way. And of course, the only way you're going to learn how to do this properly is when you start doing it. Is really when you start doing it. And here's what I want to recommend to you. So get a whole bunch of your friends, tell them that your coach or your mentor have asked you to really just sit down with them and practice on them, show the plan. You want to show your presentation to them and they can give you constructive feedback. And it's really just practicing. So you ask your friends, listen, will you please just sit there and, just for an hour, just sit there and I value your opinion. I value what you think about my dreams, and of course, don't go to negative and pessimistic people and people that, are going to go, oh, don't do this business, of course, just get people that you really value, whose opinion you value. And go to them and say, listen, I've started this business. We're in a team with a whole bunch of great people and it's awesome and it's incredible. And, I'm going to do this thing. I would love you just to sit there and let me do this presentation and practice, on you. And then you can give me constructive feedback. And let me tell you, while you're doing that, people are going to go, oh my word, is that what you're busy with? Tell me more about this. Tell me more about that. And eventually some of those people might sign up. That's what I did with people that earn a lot of money. Your chicken list, the people that you are really quite afraid of asking, how to do this business, or to join this business because you think they don't need this business. Let me tell you, entrepreneurs and people that are already A players and people that are really doing super well in their lives, they're the guys that make the biggest network marketing businesses. And I went to them and I said, please sit down. I want to share this presentation with you and just give me constructive feedback. That's a brilliant way of getting in front of people. So I had so many no's, okay, in the beginning, but you're gonna have to start somewhere. Okay, so first things first. So when you share share the plan with somebody, always start with your story. Start with your story. Tell that person, where you've been. He probably knows how much you've kind of struggled with debt, or in the business or in the job, you might be okay financially, but you hate your job and you hate the traffic and you didn't have time freedom or whatever and stuff. And so share the struggle. The struggle is always, people relate with the struggle because people are going to relate to all the challenges that you face during this time, and that's a very important part of your story. Then you tell them how Manatech came across your way, okay? And now what the future looks like, the hope that you've got in Manatech. That's the 3 parts of your story that you need to kind of get good at sharing. Vince always says, tell stories, tell stories. And if you don't have your own story, tell somebody else's story. Tell my story, tell Vince's story, tell somebody else's story, and share with them. And here's the one key about your presentation. Let me tell you, most people are not going to remember 80% of what you showed them. They're going to remember the way you made them feel, your excitement, your enthusiasm. That is key. I've seen plans where people showed literally this much, but their enthusiasm and their excitement just said, oh my word, I want to be part of that. It's the excitement and the enthusiasm that's going to make people want to join this business. People don't buy the facts, they buy you. They buy into you. That is extremely important in this business. It is your excitement, your enthusiasm. How we're busy changing the world. So that's the first thing. So usually what I do is I start with my story, and I tell my story. And you've heard my story also on Tuesday evenings. When I talk about it and stuff, it's always the same story. But I try and tell it as enthusiastically and as excitingly as I can. And then obviously what happened when Manatech found me. So what I'm going to share with you now is I'm going to draw the plan out, the Manatech plan for you, the way I usually do it in a house meeting. Okay, you don't have to do it the exact same as me. I'm going to try and cover most of the things. Sometimes I leave certain things out. Sometimes I don't leave certain things out. Sometimes I keep it literally 15, 20 minutes, but I'm going to share with you a whole bunch of things, and you can take from it whatever it is that you want to take. And as long as you just get the gist and the basics of to people out there, so people can go, oh wow, I can also do this, because that's the point of a house meeting or showing somebody the plan or whatever it is. Like, really, you want to show people that they can also do this. Okay, so usually what I share with people, and it's important to share this with people because you want to. I always want to, and this is just my own personal opinion, but I want people to realize where they are at right now. It's important for people to know where they are at right now in order to know where they are going. So what is interesting is that I usually talk about the 5-year plan and the 40-year plan. Okay, so we all grow up, and school and university and our parents teaches us the 40-year plan. And the 40-year plan simply says that at the age of 25, more or less 25, maybe 20, 25, if you've gone and studied, whatever, 25, until the age of 65, you're going to have your working career. Okay, that's 40 years or 45 or 50 years that you're going to have to work. And And the reason, most of us, well, this plan has been sold to us is because of our school system. We go to school and we go to university, and, they teach us how to get good grades. And eventually we go out into the job environment and we start working for 40 years. Now, if you're an employee, and most people on this planet, 90% of people are employees or self-employed, okay, you're going to, in 40 years, probably receive about 480 paychecks. That's it. Okay. If you are 40 today, if you're right here in the middle, you only have half of that left. Okay. That is a scary, scary thought. Okay. If you take 2 weeks holiday, 2 weeks holiday in a year, okay, you only in your entire working career, you're going to have 2 years off, 2 years holiday. And those 2 years, really, if you've got kids and you've got, a whole bunch of responsibilities, it's not even really holiday. And this is your life. You're going to work. And then right here, when you get here, you've got a 1 out of 100 chance to retire. That is a fact. That's not to scare people. It is an absolute fact. You've got a 1 out of 100 chance, 1% chance to retire, which means you'll have enough money to actually live until you're probably 90 years old. Okay. You're not going to be filthy rich, but you'll have enough money to kind of retire. Okay. And that is quite scary. So here's another scary thing. If you're 40 years old today and you haven't contributed to an annuity fund or something that's going to give you residual income once you retired, how much money do you think, if you want to retire at the age of 65 with 50,000 Rand residual income, 50,000 Rand. Now, 50,000 Rand, I mean, it's money, but it's not fireworks. I mean, think about it. It's not really fireworks. If you want to retire at the age of 65 with 50,000 Rand a month coming in every single month, okay? And you're at the age of 40, but you haven't contributed a cent to an annuity fund that's going to deliver you that. How much money do you think you better start saving at the age of 40 in order to, in 25 years, at the age of 65, receive 50,000 Rand interest in your account? How much money do you think? The amount is 25,000 Rand. You have to save 25,000 Rand every single month in order to have an asset here with 10 million. 10 million. Oh, sorry, this pen doesn't really want to write. Oh, there, that happens again. Anyway, sorry about that. But sorry, hold on. Oh, this thing. Okay. Anyway, so that's basically what I want to write there. So that is heavy. That's 25,000 Rand every single month that you've got to save. And the reality is most people can't do it. Okay. So let's just go on to the other page. So there we go. Okay. So and then I usually, I talk to people about the cash flow quadrant because this is so interesting. And I share with them, and you also probably, you saw this on your first meeting and you didn't see this at school. Nobody taught you this at school, This is so interesting. And what Robert Kiyosaki tries to tell us, this is a book that Robert Kiyosaki wrote. Robert Kiyosaki is also the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, probably the most well-known financial financial educational book that's ever been written. Okay, he's written about 21 books. You can also follow him. I follow him on Instagram. I follow him on go to his website. I get emailers from him every single day. He's just an amazing thought leader. So he wrote this book, and the reason he wrote this book was to share with people that there are 4 quadrants that you actually can receive cash flow from. Okay. And what's interesting today is that 90% of the world's people is on the left-hand quadrant, but only 10% of the world's wealth is generated by them. And on the right-hand side, you've got 10% of the world's population, and 90% of the world's wealth goes to them. Okay? And the reason for that is because we all, as we go through the school and the university system, we are taught to sell time for money. That's the main culprit. We're taught to sell time for money. So people go and they get a job. The acronym for job today, not for everybody, stands for just over broke. You don't want to offend somebody that's got a great job, because there are people that have amazing jobs and they're called to do their jobs and to stay there. So, you don't want to take somebody out of his calling. Of course, he's more than welcome to start building this business part-time. But, in this business, we're here to educate people and make them understand what it is, what we do. We're not in the business of trying to convince people, trying to hunt people, trying to manipulate people to get into the business. Not at all. We're here just to explain to them what it is that we do, that we have a better way. So what Robert Kiyosaki says here, he says is that true wealth is not measured in money, it's measured in time. If you had to lose your primary income today, how many months would you be able to sustain your lifestyle? Okay. Most people in South Africa is a month or 2 months, and then they're bankrupt. Okay. So your wealth is 2 months. Okay. Now, when you're an employee, as I said, there's nothing wrong with being an employee, but of course, in this place, you're going to work. So Robert Kiyosaki calls the left quadrant the 40, 40, 40, because you're going to work for 40 years, for 40 hours a week, and you're going to retire on 40% less than what you're supposed to have. This today is already 50, 50, 60, you know? So the challenge I've got with the employee quadrant is, of course, you can't get raises every single month. Okay, they don't. You're getting poorer and poorer and poorer, especially with inflation going up. Somebody else determines your worth. Okay, and of course, you're finishing somebody else's dream for them. There's this big CEO. He's got massive dreams, and he's leveraging your time in order for him to get where he wants to be. Okay, so of course you can stay here. You can stay there for 40, 50 years. The chances of you really building big, massive wealth is really not great. Okay. And of course, and this is quite sad. 70% of South African employees hate their jobs. They hate it. Their personal motivational factor is to really actually get up in the mornings and go to work because of their paychecks, and we have the way out for people to really step into their purpose. So, of course, a lot of the employees here, you are helping somebody else to achieve his dream and everything and stuff. So often the employee goes to the self-employed quadrant or the small business. Now, these guys this is small businesses. They are self-employed, but they're also the specialists. Specialists. The S is for specialists. It's also for sports people. It's self-employed. So this is the S quadrant, or small business owners. Okay. So again, here you can do very well, but of course it is very high risk. If you start your own business, it is such high risk. You can mention this if you want to, and this is a fact. If you go to the registrar of companies in South Africa, Pretoria, Van der Park, you'll get the stats there that 80% of companies, or if 100 companies had to start today, 80% of them will be bankrupt in 2 years. From the 20% that's left, 80% of them, of that 20% will be bankrupt in the next 2 years. And in 10 years, you'll have 1 to 4 companies left. Okay, so the attrition rate is terrible. So of course you can make a great success, but it's really high risk. The other thing is that, I'm looking for freedom. I don't know about you, but I'm looking for freedom. In the past, I think the norm was to have a big house and a smart car and everything. People used to think you're wealthy. Today, people kind of, if you've got time freedom, if you've got flexibility, if you can move around, if you've got all that, that's actually true wealth. I mean, if you think about it. So, I want freedom. That's what I want. So in this quadrant here, you have less time freedom than there because you've got to make your own business work. You're going to work 16 hours a day if you've got your own business, of course, and you're still selling time for money. You're still selling time for money. You're not getting out of the time for money trap. And of course, here, you don't own the business owns you. Okay, so what's the difference between this quadrant and that quadrant? Well, these guys, the big business guys, are guys who have businesses, but it's what makes this quadrant different than that quadrant is that this is a system-driven business. And the acronym for system is saving yourself time, energy, and money. Okay, so this guy can go overseas for a year, 2 years, and his business will grow and he'll still make money and everything and stuff. And of course, these guys really, really invest here. And this is where money works for you in this quadrant. Money works for you. This is where everybody kind of wants to be. You've got enough investments where money works for you. You've got a big business, it's a system-driven business, but you've got freedom. In this quadrant, you've got time freedom. Money works for you. So what we do in Manitech, okay, we do the 2 to 5 year plan. So you've got a choice. You can either do the 40-year plan and carry on the way that you are, nothing wrong with that. But you can follow our plan, which is the 2 to 5 year plan, to help you transition from this quadrant and that quadrant into this quadrant, because Manitech is based in this quadrant. Manitech is a system-driven business. The entire system has been put in place for you. Everything has been put in place for you. And we help people to cross this divide in 2 to 5 years, so that you've got enough residual-based income, asset-based income. You want to build up an asset. So it's assets that will get you to a place of financial freedom. You've always heard it, get assets. Now, can you buy 10 properties and pay them off immediately? Because remember, an asset is something that generates income for you. If you bought your house, but it's not paid off, it's not an asset. It's not bringing you income. If you've got 10 cars and they're paid off and you rent them out to other people, it is an asset because it generates income for you. Okay, so you want to generate asset that brings in residual income. That's the key word, residual income. And the incredible thing is, with our business model is, you don't need, I mean, it's not about your education. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter. All you need is to be hungry and have a dream and be teachable, because anybody can do this. And that's why Robert Kiyosaki writes about network marketing. He says that it's the business model of the 21st century. And the reason for that is because anybody can join this business and create massive, massive, massive wealth. Anybody, doesn't matter where they come from, they can create massive wealth. They don't have to have an MBA or a CFA or whatever. And of course, when you're here, you're just going to really spend time and invest in, and we can get you to a place of freedom. So the choice is yours. Okay, so usually then after this, I will talk about the 3 mega trends. Okay, I love talking about the 3 mega trends. I usually draw 3 circles. So currently, if you want to start a business out there, you've got to look at the mega trends. You've got to look at the things that are really pumping. There's no point in starting a flipping DVD store or a VHS store or typewriters or whatever. You want to be involved in a mega trend that is really kind of exploding. So I recommend that you go read Paul Zane Pilzer's book, Paul Zane Pilzer. He's the economist that has written not thousands, but a whole bunch of books on mega trends. And he predicted, and many people predicted, that the health and wellness industry was going to be the next $1 trillion industry. Today, it is a $4.2 trillion industry. 10 years ago, they predicted it's going to be a $1 trillion industry. It's already 4.2. It's the biggest mega trend at the moment in the world. Why? Because people are looking, and especially now with COVID, I mean, it's just ridiculous. People are looking for different health solutions. And this is everything outside of the medical box. Health and wellness is nutrition, fitness and fat loss, skincare, intelligent supplementation. This is health and wellness. And also because, you've got the baby boomer generation at the moment, and they all want to live longer. So it's health and wellness. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that this is just an incredible megatrend, okay? Of course, the other megatrend is direct distribution. It is our business model. And what is so fascinating about direct distribution? It is a $200 billion industry. Now, when I saw this the first time, I thought, what is it that I'm missing? Because this industry currently is bigger than the NFL, the music industry worldwide, the film industry worldwide, and the gaming industry worldwide. This industry is bigger than all of this. And I thought to myself, what is it that I'm missing? I want a part of that. Because since 1978, the most dollar millionaires since 1978 comes from this industry. And what is direct distribution? I'm going to explain it to you now. Okay, so that people just understand what the concept is of direct distribution. And of course, you've got social entrepreneurship. It is a massive mega trend, where you've got a direct impact on society. And Manatech has got the Mission 5 million. That is our social entrepreneurial leg, M5M. 5 million kids die every single year under the age of 5. And what we do with Manatech is we want to join up 5 million kids with 5 million customers. And once we've done that, we'll be a $5 billion company. That is just incredible. Okay, so what Paul and all these guys really recommend is that, and they say that if you can get an opportunity where you've got all 3 of these mega trends colliding, he talks about the perfect storm of opportunity. And that's where we want to say welcome to Manatech, because that's absolutely where we are, and we're in the right place at the right time. So quickly, let me explain to you what direct distribution is all about. So in a traditional business model, any traditional business model, okay, you've got the manufacturer here. So let's just take Coca-Cola. And I'm talking about anything that you buy in a shop or whatever, okay? We've got Coca-Cola here, Coke, and let's just say they manufacture 1 Coke for 2 Rand, okay? Here you're in the shop and you pay 10 Rand for that Coke, you pay 100% of that product's price, okay? Hold on, that's what we want to do. Okay, so, and in between here, you've got a whole bunch of different people that wants a piece of that 8 Rand, okay? And 70% to 80% of this is advertising and marketing, okay? You've got groot aanlaers, klein aanlaers, you've got distribution, you've got insurance, you've got brokers, you've got a whole bunch of people in this chain, and the consumer, you pay for it. Did you know that you actually pay for the Coca-Cola sign? As you walk into a Pick n Pay, you take the Coke out. That sign at the top that says Coca-Cola, that makes you feel you want a Coke. You even pay for that sign to manipulate you to buy the Coke. Okay, that is how crazy retail actually works. So you pay for all of that. A Coke only costs £2, and everybody that knows about true advertising and marketing today knows that that traditional advertising and marketing does not work anymore. And the reason for that is because we are living beyond the information age. We're being bombarded with information. Nothing. Did you know that if you drive from Joburg to Pretoria and back, that more than 50,000 marketing messages have entered into your subconscious mind? 10 years ago, it was 2,000. That's the information age, and we're being bombarded with information. So traditional advertising and marketing just doesn't work so that great anymore. So what direct distribution does is, so here's Manatech. Okay, we're situated in Dallas, Texas. Okay, head office. And here's the consumer. So you still pay 100% of the product, but what you do is that you order directly from Manatech. Anybody, nobody buys Manatech from you. Nobody. You don't sell Manatech. Manatech sells Manatech. You just build the bridge. You show people the way. You're somebody that will refer people to Manatech so that they can change their lives. Okay. You don't sell Manatech. Manatech sells Manatech. Okay. Now you order directly from them, and they will send you the product in 2 to 5 working days. You'll eat the product and you'll smile. Woohoo! Okay. But what happens with this 100% is that 56%. Now, of course, you've got a little bit of shipping in here, which is very minimal, but no advertising, no marketing, none of that stuff. Okay. So 56% goes back into research and development, because we're a research and develop science. We're a science company, but also it makes sure that everything else in the company works. So a normal supplementation company that has to pay all of that, has to go through this model, don't have 56% to put back in research and development, science, the processes, making sure that we can do double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover studies, all of those things. They don't have that funding available. That's why this model is so incredible. And 44% gets paid out to us in terms of commissions, incentive trips, and that's where the money comes from. So I want people to understand that that's where the money comes from when they get paid out to us. So that is the concept of direct distribution. Okay, let me just go there. Good. So I hope you understand that. Okay, great. And then usually what I then, after I've explained it, sometimes I don't even explain it. I'm just going through some of the basics with you, and you can make up your own plan. You just want to get people excited. So I do something which they call the CPO. So if you can remember CPO, you will never be lost. Okay, and the CPO really is, I talk a little bit about the company, a little bit about the products, and a little bit about the opportunity. Okay, so company, just a little bit about Manatech. We've been in business since, hold on quickly, we are listed on, sorry, this pen's just, come on now. Okay, so okay, so a little bit about the company is, I always tell people that head office is in Dallas, Texas. Okay, we've been in business for over 26 years, so we're not a fly-by-night company, which is incredible. We've stood the test of time. We listed on the NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange. This is big. Okay, it's the second biggest stock exchange in the world. Our ticket code is MTIX, so you can check it out. You can even buy shares in Manatech. Our shares actually doubled last year, which is incredible. And what this means really is that the company is transparent. We get audited 4 times a year. You can check out the dividends, you can check out the directors and the shareholders. And so, we listed there with Apple and Tesla and Google and IBM. And, so you don't get listed on the NASDAQ for being a scam. Okay. So this is massive. And we've been on the NASDAQ since 1999. And just that, it's 22 years. It's an incredible track record, because I think the last time I watched it, something like 52 companies a month actually gets traced off the NASDAQ because of not being in integrity. So this is as clean as it gets. Okay, so that is really, really great. Of course, we are in 26 countries, and Al Bala, our CEO, wants to open up in another 100 countries. Of course, you've got the BRIC markets that still has to open up. It's China. While we are in China, India, we're racing to India, Brazil, and all of those markets. So we're going to open up in those markets. But that's incredible because it helps you to build a global business. Okay. And then, of course, the heart of Manatech is Mission 5 million, which is great. And that's kind of what I talk about the company. That's it, just a little bit of info about the company, the products. So when you show the plan, obviously your story in the beginning will involve your testimony with the products. Okay, you can't when showing the plan share about the products as well. It's too much information for people. I share a little bit about the products. I might even show a video just before I start the presentation, maybe Ambrito's video or, life on your terms and stuff. And I talk about just a few basic things. And then I share, and because afterwards I'm going to send them a few videos. Always after a home meeting or after a session like this, or when you sit on one-on-one and you share with somebody this, you want to share a few videos with them and some information, because this is just showing the plan. Very few people are just going to sign up immediately. It's in the follow-up, which is super important. I'm going to say again, follow up. And the upline will help you with the follow-up. Okay. But with the products, all I really talk about the products is we are the pioneers of glycan nutrition. Okay. And then I quickly explain to them what glycan nutrition is all about. The 8 glycans, and it facilitates cell-to-cell communication. We've got 130 patents on our products, active patents at the moment, which is incredible. The closest competitor in the market, I think, has got 4. 130 patents. We spend more than $15 million US in research and development. We're a science company, and people obviously refer them to manatexscience.org, because a lot of people want to look at the actual testing that's been done. We've got clinical trials. We've got peer review reports, which is incredible. We are NSF certified, which means it's a third body that checks whether what is on the label is inside the products. We've got a 3-month money back guarantee across the globe. It's a 6-month money back guarantee. The only reason in South Africa it's 3 months is because of the Credit Act. That's it. And of course, we've got the patents. We've got NSF, 3 months money back guarantee. We are associated with the National Academy of Science. Now, you have to be a Nobel Prize winner to be associated with the NIS. So, look, it's just the products are incredible. And often people ask me, what are the tests that they do on the product? So the tests are what we call double-blind, placebo-controlled studies. And that's the gold standard of scientific testing. It's what pharmaceutical companies do on their products, the science, and that's what we do on our products. Okay, then quickly, the opportunity, which is really, really awesome. So with the opportunity is, it is a turnkey business. In other words, you don't have to set up any system. The system has been set up for you. You just literally have to turn the key and off you go. So you've got no employees, you've got no stock, you've got no inventory, you've got no science that you've got to do with your products. You've got no employees, you've got no distribution, all the material, everything has been done for you. Think about it. If you had to start your own business, you'll have to put everything in place what Manatech has already put in place. That's hectic. Okay. So here you literally, if you've got a cell phone, you can do the business. It is an online opportunity. It's online. It is part-time, which is great. It's part-time. You can do this business whenever you want to do this business. There is zero risk. It's a very, very low fee for you to actually get involved in this business. You can build a global business, worldwide, global business. It is your retirement. You can say a whole bunch of things here. That's the opportunity. You can be your own boss. You can write a whole different things here. So that's kind of what I simply do. It's basically what we do in the webinar. So if you've seen the webinar on a Tuesday night, we literally took this, what we all share every single day with people, and we put it together in the webinar. Okay, so and then I start just actually getting to the money. Some people say, listen, just get to the money. Other people want to know the history. People want to know about the mega trends. Some people just really actually want to look at the numbers, So I'm just sharing with you basically kind of, most of it. So you can take your choice of whatever you want to do. But so when you start with Manatech, you're either a customer. Okay, hold on. Clear. Sorry about that. Clear all drawings. There we go. Okay. You can either sign up as a customer or an associate. That's the 2 ways. Now, a customer means you're just a customer of the product. That's all. You're not going to make money. You just want to receive the products and you want to use this product. And I usually recommend to people that if I show them the plan and they don't want to start the business, buy products. You know, are you buying anything from this scheme or whatever? At the moment, they'll say is XYZ. They'll say, well, just try Manitex products for 3 months. If you're not happy, you can get all your money back, and everything is great. Loyalty points, it's for free to open up an account, and there's a great referral program as well. Okay, so that's a customer. But as an associate, if you want to start making money, you're going to pay a whopping 700 Rand once-off fee in order to be an associate. Now, that's not even 2 cappuccinos a month. Okay, it is ridiculously cheap. Where in the world are you going to buy a company that does what Manitech does for 700 Rand, and you're the CEO of your own company, and you can start making money from the press of a button? Okay, so 700 Rand. And then, of course, for 700 Rand, you're going to receive your business in a box. You're going to receive your online store, your business in a box. And we also recommend that if you start this business, we recommend that if you want to build a big business and you're serious about this, become a product of the product. No company in the world, ever. I haven't seen anybody build a massive business if they don't believe in what it is that they do. If you don't believe that you can solve somebody's problems, if you don't believe that everybody needs Manitech, if you don't believe that this business model is the future and hope for everybody, you're not going to build a big business model. So one of the things that you need to do with your associates, you want to grow their belief system. That's why we say, stay plugged in, be core, listen to the audios every day, come to the opportunity meetings, come to super region, so that you can start believing and seeing that, oh my word, this business is truly the way of the future. Because if you're not plugged in and you don't come to these events and you don't come see this, you're only going to know this much about Manitech. You want to know this much about Manitech. That's when you're going to build a massive business. But so the product of the product, so we recommend you start with 1,500 Rands worth of products every single month, because 1,500 equals what we call 100-point volume. Now, you don't have to start with 1,500, but we recommend 1,500 because this will give you more or less 3 products depending on what you buy. Oh, here goes the pen again. I'm going to have to do this again. Okay, anyway, so sorry about that. So you want to become a product of the product. Okay, you want to have 1,500 worth of products because this equals what we call 100-point volume. Now, Manitech pays you accordingly to PV. Okay, so PV is Manitech's worldwide currency. Okay, every product in Manitech has got a certain amount of PV allocated to the product. For example, Omega has got 28 PV. It's 28 PV in every single country. Doesn't matter what it costs in every country, the PV is exactly the same. So in South Africa, 15 Rand equals more or less 1 point volume. Okay, in America, $1 equals 1 PV. So if you buy 3 products, you're more or less going to pay 1,500 Rand, depending on what you buy. You're going to have 100 PV, and you put yourself on automatic order as an associate. If you're serious about this business, you put yourself on an automatic order. Why? Because as an automatic order on 100 PV, you feed 1 kid with Mission 5 million. So you fall in line with the vision of the company. You want to be a great ambassador for Manitech. So you want to fall in line, you don't just want to be in line with your vision of what you want to achieve through Manitech, but also you want to be in line with the company's vision, okay? Because you're going to want to have other people buy products over 100 PV. Of course, that's what you want. So if you don't have a product or purchase of 100 PV, how can you expect other people to buy a product purchase of 100-point volume? So I'm sharing this with you. You don't have to share this to the people out there. I'm just sharing this with you as an associate. You don't have to share this with the people you show the plan to. Okay. So you want to become a product of the product. Okay. Let me just see. 100 PV, automatic order, Mission 5. Now, this is not a debit order. It's just an automatic order. You can change it anytime. You can stop it anytime, and you get up to 20% loyalty points on this, which is great. Okay. And when you do this, you're going to become a product of the product. Okay. So you are then going to receive your business in a box. Okay. And what you're going to do then is you're going to start looking for a whole bunch of customers. Okay. And of course, the upline helps you to do this. Now, there's a whole bunch of different ways that you get paid. First off, you're going to get paid the first order bonus. Let's start there. First order bonus means you're going to get 25% of all these customers buying from you on their first purchase. So if this guy purchases 1,000 Rand, okay, minus obviously the VAT and the shipping, you're going to get paid 25% of that every single time somebody purchases from you. That's called the first order bonus. Then what you want to do is your first goal is you want to get over 500 PPV. Okay, so you're going to get 5 customers of 100 PV each, or 10 customers of 50 PV each. But the moment you get your pod, your online store, okay, filled with more than 500 ppv of products going through your store, you get paid 15%. This is called the power seller bonus, 15% of all of this in rand value. Now 500 ppv equals more or less what, 8,500 rands worth of products. 15% of that equals more or less about 1,000 rand that you're going to get in. 1,000 rand every single month coming in over and above the first order bonus. And you can do this in a day. You can do this in 2 days. I mean, I've seen people, we had a guy in our business that got 17 customers over 100 PV in 2 days. 17 customers. He just decided, I'm going to go for 20 customers in 2 days. 10 customers a day, needed 17 customers. You know, just depends how badly you want it. Just depends how badly you sit down and you start working. You know, this is graph. Whatever you put in, you're going to get out. Okay. Then, of course, what you want to do is you want to share the good news with other people, you know, and here's where the magic lies in. This is a business of duplication. You want to duplicate yourself in other people. So you want to help this guy to also get 500 ppv, and you want to help this guy to also get 500 ppv. The moment you've helped 2 guys to do that, okay, you qualify for the team 2 bonus, which is an extra 1,000 rand. Okay, now suddenly you're earning 2,000 rand every single month just by doing this. Okay, and I'm going to go on to the next page. You can take a screenshot of this if you want to. Okay, and here's where it gets so incredible. For every two people that you help to do that with, you get paid a team. So the team 4 bonus, if you've helped another 2 people to get 500 ppv. Okay, that's an extra 1,500 rand. Team 6 is another 2 people, that's 2,000 rand. Team 8 is another 2 people, that's 2,000 rand. Team 10 is 2,000 rand. For every 2 people that you help get 500 ppv, you're going to get 2,000 rand. But here's what I want to, here's where the magic lies in this business. So the moment you've got 1,500 ppv in your business, that's you, and you've helped 2 people, you've got 500 ppv, 500. The moment you've done that, okay, 1,500 ppv, you've now got 15 customers in your business. Okay, you help 15 kids on Mission 5 Million. You are called a director, and a director's income is anything between 750 and 3,000 rand, over and above your first order bonus and your power seller bonus. And you can do this in a week. You can do this in 2 months. You can do it in a month. Get to director is so simple. Okay, and here's where the magic lies. Now, this is a servant leadership model. All you need to do now is help 4 people in your business to also achieve director. Now you're going to be at 6,000 ppv. You've got 60 customers. Now you're called an executive director. An executive director earns 3,000 to 10,000 rand every single month. Now you can do this in 3 months. We've had somebody that have done this in 17 days. Now, do you know how powerful that is? Yeah, you're earning residual income of 5, 6, 7,000 rand a month. That means that's equal to having 1 million rand in the bank. Where can you save 1 million rand in 3 months? You can save your business is worth 1 million rand asset value. Now you're earning this residually. Where in the world can you do that? And of course, now you just continue duplicating. You just continue helping people to do what you have done. And you only work with where you're celebrated, not where you tolerate it. Only the guys that want to, You help 4 people to achieve executive director. Now you're going to be over 20,000 ppv. Am I right? Yeah, you're called a gold executive director. You earn 15 to 30,000 rand every single month. This is incredible, okay? You can do this in less than a year. You can do this in 9 months. Now you just keep on duplicating. You have 2 people in your organization to get to gold ED. Now you are at 40,000. Now you call the presidential director. Presidential director is 35 to about 50,000 rand a month. You can do this in 15, 60 months. If you work hard. I mean, JP did this in 9 months. And at the time, presidential directorship was 60,000 PV. Did it in 9 months. Okay. And of course, you just continue going, at 80,000 PV. You call a bronze presidential director. A bronze presidential director earns anything from 60,000 to 85,000 rand a month, which is incredible. Silver presidential director earns 100K up. Gold presidential director earns 150K up. Platinum presidential director 250 up, and off we go. And there's just no limit. And you can do this in 5 years. You work really hard and you committed and you're willing to do what ordinary people are not willing to do. You're going to have what ordinary people don't have, and that's total freedom. And what do ordinary people do? They come home at 5 and they sit and they don't work on their dreams. Ordinary people work for 10 hours and they help somebody else achieve their dream. They come home and they don't work on their dream. You are not ordinary. The difference between extraordinary and ordinary is a little bit of extra. That's it, that word extra. Come home and work on your dream. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the plan. And at the end, I'll say to people, if not this, then what? And if not now, when? And of course, then, after I've showed the plan, I always tell people, what is it that you like best? People will talk about they'll say the passive income, the this and the this and the that. And I'll ask people, are you ready to start? You're going to go. Let's go. A lot of people don't sign up because nobody asks them, are you ready to go? And the person's going to go. And then I say to the person, let me send you some information. Okay. I'm going to send you some information. What is it that I can send you that's going to convince you that you still need convincing to start this? And he'll say probably some info here, some info there. And I'll say, you know what? Let's put up a three-way call, set up a three-way call with some of our leaders, and I'll set up a three-way call with Sebastian or with Vince or with Berg or with whoever, and let somebody else also talk to that person, and just share the excitement. And of course, every single time you've showed a plan, you want to invite that person to the next exposure. You can never leave a show the plan without sharing information, letting them know about the next opportunity meeting, making a commitment to see them again. You want to have a follow-up meeting with them, a follow-up conversation, okay, to follow up with them. That's super important. The follow-up is super important, and we'll speak about the follow-up quite soon. This is literally just about showing the plan. If not now, when? And if not you, who? And if not this, then what? Okay? So I've shared quite a bit, on this plan. This is really just the basics. You see this every Tuesday night. But what is important is that you start doing this every single day. And I recommend that you become an expert in showing the plan. And if there's one thing you want to focus on in the next 6 months, is show the plan. Become the best guide possible, the best version of yourself in showing the plan. So I'm super excited. I hope this helped, Get your people, get your upline to help you. You want to start setting up home meetings, get your upline to come and help you with a home meeting. Usually what happens is your upline will come, he'll do 1 or 2 or 3 home meetings with you until you're ready to do the home meeting so that you can start and focus on your home meeting, because you want to teach somebody else to do their home meeting as well. That's how duplication happens in this business. You have to teach people to do what you do. You can't just show people. You want to lead people and teach people. So, we're exceptionally happy to have you guys on board. Have an incredible day. If there's any questions, please let us know. God bless. Bye.